Welcome back to episode 22 now of our Kansas Jayhawks journey as we take on one of the best teams we've seen this season with the number 8 ranked TCU Horned Frogs led by Zach Evans and Max Duggan. Obviously, they have an excellent rushing game, 4th in total yards in the country and 8th in rushing touchdowns. But they are no slouch when it comes to passing either. 57th total passing yards and 23rd in passing touchdowns. So this offense is a very electric offense. And as you can see, we have our own struggles. 14th in passing yards, 83rd in touchdowns, 48th in rushing touchdowns, and 124th in rushing yards. This offense has been very stagnant the last few weeks. Jason Bean struggled to not limit his turnovers and tries his best not to throw interceptions, but sometimes we just have to force it downfield and hope for the best. But today we hope to pull off an upset in what could likely be the biggest factor in giving us a bowl game or not, as we find ourselves 4-3 coming into this game, and we have a home matchup against a top-ranked team with a chance to upset them here in Kansas Stadium. Jacob Borsia is going to get us underway as he launches that one downfield, and it's going to be returned by Foster of TCU. A good return there as he stumbled up after about 29 yards. I'm not even going to try his name. And out comes Max Duggan with Evans right beside him. Out of the shotgun, Duggan's going to be a play action outside on the first play of the game. He's got Conwright down the field. That would be 40 on the play. Now 2nd and 2 quickly down the field. 7:13 remaining in the quarter. Duggan running it himself, breaking tackles and fighting forward for 5 yards and enough for a TCU first down already. 1st and goal, 2nd and goal now though. Max Duggan outside to his man Williams, but he can't hold on. A lucky break there for this Jayhawk defense. Now 3rd and goal. Duggan remains in the shotgun. Takes the snap. It's a screen play. Not great blocking, and he can't get the outside as Zach Evans is forced out after just 2 yards on the play. And they have to settle for a field goal here. A very short one, but that will give them a 3-point lead as we are about to see Jason Bean and this Jayhawks offense trot out onto the field as Gardner gets blasted on the outside. He's not going to get anything on the play. 3rd and 10 now after 2 straight nadas, and it's going to go to Luke Grimm. 8 yards on the play, but not enough for a first down, and obviously that's a quick 3-and-out there. You do not want that for a defense that's already given up 3 points in less than a minute. Duggan, though, on a play action read option, and he gets brought down. Rich Miller read it perfectly and comes back over to help bring him down. 3rd and 6 now after the sack. Duggan out of the shotgun finds his man wide open. Casey Morris credited for 18 on the play and another big TCU first down. 2nd and 9 with 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. Duggan looking downfield, got a man open, and it's into coverage though. Intercepted by Kenny Logan Jr. I'm not really sure what Max Duggan thought he was seeing there as he had 2 guys on him, and it was likely going to be intercepted by either one of them. But that will give us the ball back now on a 1st and 10 as Jason Bean misses the pass there. Terrible throw. He had a guy wide open off the slant route, but that's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 now. Jason Bean rolling out, and he's going to get sacked. He ends up losing 14 on the play, and now it's another 1st and 10 for the TCU offense. Evans not in the backfield, but he does go in motion. Looks like maybe a screenplay, and they do give it to him. Breaking tackles, another one. Finally fighting and falling down after 3 yards. He broke about 5 tackles there, 3rd and 7. And that's just why this offense is so deadly. Zach Evans cannot be stopped as they get it to Williams again. Savion Williams with 16. He got it right up the middle, but 3rd and 20 now after a few penalties and a sack. And Duggan out of the shotgun. It's a screen to Evans again, and he gets hit hard right in the face there. Max Duggan took that one to the chin strap as they settle for a longer field goal, this time on 4th and 20. It's about a 40-yarder, and they're going to get that one right down the middle of the uprights to give them a 6-point lead. But so far, Excellent play by this Jayhawks defense. They've come to the occasion when they're needed. This time, though, Jason Bean on 3rd and 5. Big hit on Stephen McBride. I thought he might have got injured there for a second. A crossing route and a big hit by the linebacker, bringing up a 2nd and 10 now for the next TCU possession, as Zach Evans got a lot of room. Finally brought down by Romello Dotson. 2nd and 5 again on the same drive just a few plays later. Duggan outside. Wide receiver screen, broken tackle, and finally bringing him down is Gavin Potter as Quentin Johnston gets 15 on the play. 3rd and 10 though. 6:55 in the second quarter. Duggan another screen to Evans, looking for anything. Got a first down after some excellent blocking, and that's going to be 14 on the play. Duggan now on 1st and goal. This offense just can't be stopped. When your defense is on the field for so long, they're going to get tired as they go outside to Savion for the touchdown. That's just too easy if you're this Jayhawks team. You got to give a little bit more resistance than that. Jason Bean now on 1st and 10. Rolling, throwing outside to Trevor Cardell. And you started to wonder when this offense would finally get its first big break here on 3rd and 4. He's got Cardell again making some big plays. You need to get you need to get the ball into the hands of your playmakers in a game like this, and they're doing just that. But 3rd and 15 now. Jason Bean just had nowhere to go with that one. It's a 4th and 15 as he just tried his best to get rid of it without getting sacked. 2nd and 7 now for Duggan and company as he's going to try and run it himself. And Stephen Parker and company bring him down after just 1 yard. That brought up a 3rd and 6 now with 4:10 remaining in the quarter. Duggan going outside, and it's almost intercepted. Romello Dotson had a chance to completely change this game with the pick 6 there because there was nobody in between him and the end zone. As you'll see Jason Bean scamper and get hit hard for about 4 yards on the play. That would bring up a 3rd and 6 now. Jason Bean out of the shotgun, needs something here, throwing, and he gets just obliterated on the delivery. He has 48 yards on 5 of 11 passing. 2nd and 10 now for TCU. Back on the field, Duggan out of the shotgun, looking outside, and he's got Johnston breaking a few tackles and getting it out close to the 30-yard line as they start to milk down this time in the second quarter. Just one play later, Evans is going to go in motion. He's followed by Potter. Duggan finds a man, Casey Moore, wide open on the crossing route, pushing a man off of him. He has got a lot of room down the field and finally brought down by Gaines after about a 50-yard catch and run. Down at about the 40, 30-yard line, somewhere in there. You've got to be able to make that tackle if you're Kenny Logan Jr., and you're expected to be our best player in the secondary. Now 3rd and 10. Horned Frogs looking to make this an even bigger lead right before halftime. Duggan, though, Taiwan Berryhill runs right down the middle and just brings them down, and they have a chance to extend their lead to 16 now as they do just that right before halftime. 1:25 remaining now. 2nd and 4 in a hurry-up formation for the Jayhawks. They do get the ball first in the second half, so it would be great if they were able to get something here as Jason Bean's got some blocking. Great running there. 3rd and 5 now. 36 seconds remain. Jason Bean looking downfield into coverage, and it's intercepted by the safety Bradford. Just a terrible choice right there by Jason Bean. You've got to just at least think you're going to get 3 points out of that, and he just comes out and launches that one into triple coverage. Ends up being intercepted as you see the first really positive carry Velton Gardner had all day long. 3rd and 1 now, though. 7 minutes remain in the quarter as he finally breaks it free onto the left side. 11 yards. It's been a while since we've seen him get into the open field and have his boost go right up the middle there. But that one was nice to see. This time, though, not as much. He's going to lose one, and we are going for it on 4th and 2 about midway through the third quarter. And Gardner's going to get it, and he doesn't get the first down. He's actually brought down after just 1 yard on the play. And the Horned Frogs have an opportunity to basically end this before it even starts. Duggan on the outside to his man. Wide open screen play to Johnston, 6 yards after the catch. Now 3rd and 10, a few plays later. 4:48 remains in the quarter. Duggan looking to go downfield, nowhere to go, getting sacked. This defense is fighting for everything for this offense as Caleb Taylor comes up with the clutch sack there. And you've got to think this is a do-or-die drive here as Gardner loses 3 on the play. And you've just got to think if we don't score here, the game's over. 2nd and 13, though, with 3:53 remaining in the quarter. Jason Bean, nobody's open, but he's got Cardell in the middle of the field. Basically had 5 defenders surrounding him. Now 2nd and 10, all the way down at about the 40-yard line. Bean's going to roll out to his right. Nowhere to go, so he tucks it himself. And they're going to give him the first down. A generous spot right there, but 2nd and 15 on the play now. Jason Bean out of the shotgun continuously has Gardner to his right, rolling out, nowhere to go downfield, launching to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Stephen McBride with 20 yards on the touchdown strike from Jason Bean, and they do go for a 2-point conversion here to make it a 1-score game. Read option, nowhere to go. Didn't actually read it that well, but they were just able to get the back of his collar, and it honestly looked like a horse collar to me, but they don't have that in this game. As you see here on 1st and 10, Duggan just has to launch it out of bounds. A minute remains in the quarter, and this one could come down to the wire if this defense gets a stop here. Duggan going downfield into coverage, almost intercepted by Mayberry. Looking for his 3rd straight interception. Now 1st and 10 on the next Jayhawks drive. Bean outside to Grimm. Able to get his feet down and get a big gain there. 1st and 10 with 9 seconds and counting. Jason Bean rolling out, finding his man Stephen McBride, breaking tackles. And he's going to take us into the 4th quarter. At about the 24-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jason Bean downfield, got a man into coverage. And he can't make the play. You've got to be able to make those jump balls by James Smith, but instead they're going to have to settle for a field goal to cut the lead down to 7, and they do just that. 3rd and 1 now on the next Horned Frogs possession, and what has probably been the biggest play of the game. Zach Evans, does he get there? They give it to him. Very generous spot there as he barely crossed the line, if he did at all. Now 2nd and 4, Duggan is going to get brought down. Big play there by Steven Parker. Another sack on his day. That's the 2nd for him. Now 3rd and 11 for this offense. You've just got to think they've got luck on their side as Johnston, the D, gets caught sleeping and he tramples forward for 14 on the play. And a crucial first down there. 2nd and 9. A man comes in motion. Looked like the tight end there. Duggins got his man Brooks, and he's into the end zone. Marcel Brooks on a simple crossing route, and he breaks free for a 21-yard touchdown strike. And that makes this game even more difficult to come back. Though Luke Grimm making everything he can. 42 yards. Did not expect that one to get caught. He actually ended up catching it in between the 2 defenders. Now 1st and 10. Jason Bean going deep again. Got his man again. 27, and this offense suddenly has jumped to life in this 4th quarter. Jason Bean rolling out. Got a man, intercepted. Caesar the 2nd with a big interception there. You got to think that play gets caught if he just lobs that one up a little bit more as the fumble is recovered by Evans. Max Duggan left it on the ground, and the Jayhawks' day is not over yet. 4th and 6 as they look to get this punt back. Luke Grimm is back to return. You might be wondering where Trevor Wilson is in this game. He did get injured early in the 1st quarter. It was just a 1-game injury, I believe, but he was out for today. So 2nd and 8 on the next drive. Jason Bean rolling out to his right, looking back across his body, and it's intercepted by Winters. Oh my goodness. All day long, Jason Bean has done one thing reliable, and that is not turn the ball over. And today he just at the very end when he's needed the most. He can't come through as Zach Evans breaking tackles down the field, 37 yards deep into Jayhawk territory. That is going to bring up a 3rd and 11 just a few plays later, though. Unfortunately for us, probably not going to go our way as Duggan's got plenty of space, but he gets to a 4th and 1 where they will settle for a short field goal. Not that it does too much to the game, as it's obviously over for at least winning the game for the Jayhawks, but you got to think they might want to like to go for a touchdown just for pride at this point. Jason Bean on 1st and 10, 1:14 and counting as he looks downfield and just running upfield is Stephen McBride. Can't even get too excited as he gets laid out after 40 yards. That would bring up a 1st and 10 after that play. Now Jason Bean just looking to get anything going downfield as he launches to the end zone, and it's incomplete. He had him open for a split second there. Wasn't able to come through in the clutch there. Luke Grimm, you've got to come to that ball and catch it before the defender gets there. Now 3rd and 10. Jason Bean sacked. 12-yard loss on the play. Now 4th and 22 with about 28 seconds remaining in the game. Bean goes downfield. Got his man. James Smith stops on a dime, and he turns around to catch that one on a 2nd and goal. Just looking to end this game on a happier note. Jason Bean rolls out, fires back into the end zone with a 10-yard touchdown catch is Luke Grimm to kind of even out Jason Bean's touchdown to interception ratio. But a tough loss today as the Jayhawks fall in a final score of 26-15, and they have not been able to bounce back from the couple of losses they had to Oklahoma and West Virginia, at least offensively. The defense has played amazing through these couple games, but unfortunately, it just was not good enough for this offense to get kick-started. We need to find a way to spark plug this offense, maybe by putting in Conrad Hawley whenever he comes back in just over a week. Let me know if you guys think that's a good idea, as we'll go ahead and check out the statistics for the game and look around at some exciting recruiting news for this Jayhawks program. What a difficult way to get the 4th loss of the season against such a good team like TCU. You just feel like you were in that game. And if your offense plays just slightly better, you have a chance of winning. But Jason Bean on the day, 20 of 38, finished with 347, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Obviously, that 347 yards is a little bit misleading because he was kind of garbage until the 4th quarter. Rushing-wise, as always, terrible. 15 of 44, no touchdowns today, though, for Velt and Gardner. Luke Grimm had an okay game, 5 of 81 and a touchdown. Stephen McBride, 487, 1 touchdown. And James Smith almost cracked 100 yards on the day, 4 for 97. He had that big 37-yard catch, so not a bad overall receiving game. Defense played amazing once again. Sacks really helped carry us. 1 for Taiwan, 1 for Steven Parker, 1 for Caldwell, 1 for Caleb Taylor, and that was it on the day for sacks. Kenny Logan Jr. obviously had the 1 interception. But just to sum it up, obviously you guys just saw it. We lost. Tough game on the road to lose, as we just hope that we are able to get better going through these last few games, because if you guys look at the standings, not the rankings, accidentally clicked on the rankings, but if you look at the conference standings, we actually still are sitting right in last place in our division. 2 of 3 in conference, and honestly, it's not even close because Oklahoma is 4 of 3 and Kansas State is 3 and 2. So unless we beat Kansas State or Oklahoma State, we are not going to move up at all. That doesn't mean we can't make a bowl game still. It's just going to be very difficult for us to make a bowl game considering the remaining schedule, even after taking out TCU at the number 8 spot. If you look at the rest of our schedule, Oklahoma State did drop out of the rankings, so you've got to think that's our best chance to get the 5th win. Texas Tech, 14th overall in the country in Texas or Kansas State, sits at 15th overall. And before all that, we do have 17 Texas for next episode. So we've got to win 2 of these games if we even want a chance at a bowl game. Not even like maybe we make a bowl game if we lose one. We have to win 2 of these games to make a bowl game. And, I mean, you've got to think it's going to be Oklahoma State and maybe Kansas State because it's a rivalry. But I just don't really see how we're going to be able to pull off that upset considering just how difficult it has been to get this offense going. But on top of that, as I mentioned near the end of the game, we will have Conrad Hawley come back, not next episode against Texas, but if we need him, he'll be back next game against Oklahoma State. So that's a thing that we might have to take advantage of because that's just something that, you know, you've got to choose the best quarterback to play for your team, and if Jason Bean isn't playing well, I mean, we've got to replace him. We had Conrad Hawley in there for a few games before he got hurt, and he played fairly decent. I wouldn't say he played amazing, but he played better than Jason Bean has. And as you can see from last episode, we did jump up a lot. We're up to 91 now. We did get 2 more commits. I'll show you guys them really quickly. It was another receiver, I believe, or it was a receiver on top of what we already got. So, yeah, we got Chris Mosley and Lauren Bullock. I don't know if you guys saw both of them committed last episode. But those are the new guys. We do have a few guys that we're scouting that I'm actually pretty excited for maybe jumping up in their rankings. Willie Allen would be a huge get for us. We also have Derek Clark, who's a 65 overall receiver that we're trying to look into. On top of Bryson Gay and a few other guys that we've jumped up into the leaderboards with. So I'm kind of excited to see where this team can go in the future. But for right now, obviously, we need to focus on this season alone and see what we can do. As next episode, we will take on the 17th ranked Texas Longhorns. Go ahead and drop a comment down below and predict your score for the next game. And thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys when we take on the Longhorns.